beyond sacrifice, the revolution of wholeness. Have you ever noticed how we talk about success in America? It's always about the hustle, the grind, the sacrifice, as if the only path to achievement requires leaving pieces of yourself behind. A trail of personal fragments marking your journey to the top. I recently had the profound privilege of interviewing Audrie Lawton Evans, a visionary whose work is fundamentally reshaping how we understand community empowerment and healing in America. Her insights have sparked a revolution of thinking that challenges our most basic assumptions about what it means to truly thrive in this country. Audrey isn't just talking about change. She's embodying it, creating ripples that have become waves across communities that have been systematically overlooked for generations. Her brilliance lies not just in identifying problems, but in illuminating pathways forward that honor our full humanity. What struck me most about my conversation with Audrey wasn't just her intellectual prowess, though that was undeniable, but her unwavering commitment to protecting our most vulnerable communities while refusing to accept the false choice between success and wholeness. The most dangerous lie we've been told she shared during our interview is that we must sacrifice our authentic selves to succeed. Let that sink in for a moment. The most dangerous lie, not just an inconvenient falsehood or a well intentioned misconception, a dangerous lie. This lie has particular consequences for Black professionals in America. The expectation to compartmentalize trauma while performing at the highest level isn't just unreasonable, it's unsustainable. And yet, generation after generation has been conditioned to believe this is the only way forward. Leave your problems at the door. Don't bring your personal life to work. Push through the pain. Sound familiar? I thought so. But what if there's another path? What if success could mean bringing your whole self to every room you enter? What if wholeness isn't the price of admission, but the very foundation of sustainable achievement? This isn't just idealism, it's happening right now through the work of remarkable individuals who are rewriting the rules of engagement. Consider Letitia Clark, founder of the Pink Parachute Diaries podcast. Her story begins with a painful observation that many of us have witnessed, but few have addressed. Talented Black women being handed pink slips while watching less qualified colleagues receive golden parachutes. We've all seen this dynamic play out, haven't we? The quiet devastation of seeing excellence overlooked, potential dismissed, brilliance diminished. I remember Letitia telling me about the moment she decided enough was enough. She had watched a colleague, a woman whose work had literally saved their department millions, clean out her desk while a mediocre male counterpart was promoted to senior leadership. It wasn't just unfair, Letitia said, it was soul crushing, not just for her, but for everyone watching who saw themselves in her story. But Letitia refused to accept this reality as inevitable. Instead of retreating into bitterness or resignation, she built something revolutionary, a platform dedicated to authentic storytelling where Black women could share their journeys openly, both the triumphs and the struggles. A space where the phrase, I see you, wasn't just a platitude, but a profound recognition of shared experience. What makes her approach so powerful isn't just the validation it provides, it's the community it creates. When we hear stories that reflect our own experiences, something profound happens. We realize we're not alone, we're not imagining things, our challenges are real, and so is our resilience. The Pink Parachute Diaries became more than a podcast, it became a beacon for connection and hope, a place where lived experiences are validated while achievements are celebrated, where isolation gives way to community. And this is precisely what Audrie Lawton Evans emphasized in our conversation. Authentic storytelling isn't just cathartic, it's transformative. When Black professionals share their real experiences, it creates space for connection, validation, and collective healing. But here's where it gets really interesting. Jacqueline Mitchell took this concept even further with her Let's Get This Glow Up initiative. After witnessing cycles of burnout among high achieving peers, she recognized that something fundamental needed to change in how we approach success. The traditional narrative tells us that excellence requires relentless self sacrifice. Push through the pain, ignore your needs, keep climbing no matter the cost. It's the American way, isn't it? Work yourself to exhaustion, then humble brag about it over coffee that's doing more damage than good to your already stressed nervous system. Jacqueline rejected this premise entirely. Instead, she designed programs centered on community building activities that prioritize mental health as foundational, not separate from professional excellence. Her initiative doesn't view healing as something you do after you've achieved success. It positions healing as the very foundation upon which sustainable success is built. It's not succeed first, heal later, but heal as you grow. The results speak for themselves. Participants report greater fulfillment, resilience, and willingness to bring their whole selves into professional spaces. They are redefining success on their own terms, building supportive networks that celebrate their full identities. One participant told me, for the first time in my career, I don't feel like I'm wearing a mask at work. I'm bringing my whole self, my culture, my perspective, my experience to every meeting. And ironically, I'm more effective than I've ever been. This approach has helped shift the national dialogue towards sustainable achievement rooted in shared humanity. It challenges the toxic individualism that has dominated American success narratives for far too long. But let's be honest, this work isn't easy. Bringing your authentic self into spaces that weren't designed for you requires tremendous courage, especially when those spaces are filled with microaggressions that force impossible choices between speaking up and staying silent. This is where Shaughness Newton's work becomes so vital. Drawing from her own career setbacks caused by bias, she developed the Peace Formula, an innovative framework helping Black professionals navigate workplace microaggressions with dignity. Her approach blends intellectual rigor with lived experience, offering practical steps for addressing conflict without sacrificing identity or peace. It's not about avoiding difficult conversations. It's about engaging in them from a place of strength and wholeness. The impact has been remarkable. Countless individuals across corporate America have been empowered to transform divisive environments into spaces where everyone can coexist and thrive. The formula has been recognized nationally as a paradigm shift in conflict resolution within diverse teams, inspiring adoption beyond business into academia and nonprofit sectors. What connects all these stories, what makes them so powerful, is their rejection of false choices. You don't have to choose between success and authenticity, between speaking truth and finding peace, between individual achievement and community care. As Audrie Lawton Evans emphasized throughout our conversation, true progress only happens when we set aside political infighting and focus on what connects us as people, not just what divides us. This isn't about ignoring differences or pretending that structural inequities don't exist. It's about recognizing that our shared humanity provides the foundation for addressing those very inequities. When we unite to protect our most vulnerable and forgotten communities, we all benefit. When we create spaces where authentic storytelling and intentional healing can flourish, we build the resilience needed to face our collective challenges. And when we redefine success to embrace wholeness over sacrifice, we discover possibilities that were previously unimaginable. I'm reminded of something Audrey said that particularly resonated with me. The revolution we need won't be fought with weapons, but with stories, with healing, with community. And this perspective shifts everything. It moves us from a scarcity mindset where your gain must come at my expense to an abundance mindset where your healing contributes to mine. But here's the thing about revolutions, they don't happen automatically. They require action, commitment, courage. So I want to leave you with a challenge today, inspired directly by my conversation with Audrie Lawton Evans. Stand up. Yes, right now, wherever you are, stand up. Feel the ground beneath your feet. This is your foundation, your wholeness, your truth. Now look around you. See the others standing with you. This is your community, your support, your strength. Tomorrow, when you walk into your workplace, your classroom, your community, bring your whole self, not the polished, perfect version you think others want to see, your authentic, complicated, beautiful self. And when you see someone else struggling to do the same, create space for their wholeness too. Because the revolution of wholeness isn't just about personal transformation, it's about collective liberation. It's about creating a world where success doesn't demand sacrifice, where healing isn't a luxury but a birthright, where community isn't an afterthought but the very foundation of our shared future. This is our work, not just for ourselves, but for generations to come who deserve to inherit a world where they can thrive without leaving pieces of themselves behind. The path forward isn't about fighting harder within broken systems. It's about creating new systems altogether, ones built on the radical premise that everyone deserves to be seen, heard, and valued. This is the revolution of wholeness. And it begins with you, with me, with all of us standing together, refusing to accept the dangerous lie that we must sacrifice who we are to become who we're meant to be. The world doesn't need more exhausted achievers. It needs whole, healed humans who bring their full brilliance to our collective challenges. So I ask you, what piece of yourself have you left behind in pursuit of success? And what would it look like to reclaim it? Not someday, but today. Your answer to that question isn't just personal, it's revolutionary. Thank you.